and trusting. Many people have, and of course a lot of people write books about their experiences and about their journey of faith. And this isn't typically new, but it's just something that we need to understand. That the storms of life a lot of times reveal Jesus even maybe in a clearer light. We see Him a little bit better. We understand Him a little bit better. Now this point here is different because the Bible says that they feared exceedingly. That's interesting. You have to go back, which I did. And then the question that all three writers ask is this. Now, the King James says, what manner of man is this? The New King James and other versions simply say, and I prefer this, who then is this? They know who He is. They know His name. They know His family. They know where He's from. They know Him. But now they're saying, who then is this? Now, understand, Jesus did not rebuke this kind of fear. Because I'm telling you, this is the kind of fear. Now, He obviously rebuked the winds and the waves, but He did not rebuke them other than just saying, why are you fearful? But He did not rebuke this particular kind of fear. You know, who then is this? This is a different fear. This is a deep reverential awe. They are just, to use a modern phrase, blown away by what they just witnessed and by what they just saw. Compared to what they were in, and then what He said and what He did, they're just like, who then is this? Very powerful in the original language. Now, this fear, here's the point. I want you to leave with this. I hope you get this. This fear on the part of the disciples was produced not by the storm, the sea, the rage, the water, but it was produced by the calm. The calm. Their fear was not about the storm, but their fear was about the calm. And there was great calm when Jesus cried out, "Peace! Be still!" And then other things that He said. Hey, this is a deep reverential awe. Who is this man? This was a great fear, and it was quite overpowering. They were overpowered by the power and the awe and just the power of Jesus. The spoken announcement, peace, be still, and the winds and the waves. It all got quiet. Everything returns to normal. And now the Bible says they are exceedingly fearful. Isn't that interesting? Boy, that intrigued me when I looked at that. And that's what Jesus does. Jesus proposes as our storm chaser, if you want to say it that way. That's what He wants to do with our phobias and with our fears. He wants to cast them out. He just simply wants you to stop the phobia, stop the fear, and just trust Him more. That's it, bottom line. Trust me. Why are you fearful, O ye of little faith? I think what I've learned also, nothing makes us more courageous than to have this deep reverential awe of God. Nothing makes us more courageous than the fear of God. And that's the problem with a lot of people. The Bible says there is no fear of God. That's what the Bible teaches. So do you fear God? Who then is this? You know, it's like they're wondering. It's not questioning, but they're probably just wondering Jesus' identity. Who is this person? And they realize, it seems, you have to sort of read between the lines. It doesn't necessarily come out in the translation, but the thinking is probably, as you know, they didn't really know him like they thought he did. There was so much more to Jesus. And what they just witnessed and what they just saw caused this fear. Exceedingly fearful, the Bible says they were. And so they discovered in their teacher, their master, they discovered his power and his authority over the creation. Even the winds and the waves obey his will. Powerful. So down through the ages, men have been brought to this bottom line. And I think, in closing, 4 things real quick. I think they learned, these disciples, from this incident, they learned that there was really no need to wake him. Now, we're on this side of the cross, and so we can look back in retrospect and we can say this very easily. Okay? But really, they probably, I hope they learned that there was really no need to wake him. They were going to be safe because they're with Jesus. You know, they probably learned that no waters can swallow the ship we're alive, the master in ocean and earth and sky. Did we sing? We sang it, right? Master, the tempest is raging, but no waters can swallow the ship we're alive, the master of ocean and earth and skies. Why are you afraid? Jesus would ask. And they learned that no storm can wreck the purpose, the plan of God. I hope they learned that. I hope we do too. And then they probably learned, I hope this came across to them, they learned that it's actually it's more safe to be with Jesus in that boat, in that storm, and on the sea than it was maybe on the seashore. I hope they learned that. And I hope we learn that. You know, sometimes your problems and trials and heartache and everything that you suffer and go through will actually make you a better person. Listen, Hebrews 5:8. Although he was a son, yet learned he obedience by the things which he suffered. Suffering is good. And Job learned that, and I hope we do too. One of these days we're going to be going back to Genesis. We're going to look at Genesis chapter 22 and that great story of Abraham and Isaac on Mount Moriah. Because God said, take your son, your only begotten son, and I want you to sacrifice him there for me. What do you do, dads? What do you do? What do you do? This morning, are you afraid? What are you afraid of? We need to understand, just like Abraham, Jehovah Jireh, which means what? God provides. Jehovah Jireh, God provides. Philippians 4:19, and my God shall supply all your needs according to his riches and glory. What are you afraid of? What are we afraid of? O ye of little faith. Do not fear. Trust Jesus. Trust the Lord Jesus. Trust and obey. That's our hymn, 571.